Say it with us.
Pythagorean theorem. One more time. Pythagorean theorem. I tried to teach one of my kids how to say this a few months ago. I don't remember which one. It was one of my pre-AP kids. And they were like,
That's hilarious. And just so you guys know, if you were like, what? Why such a big word? It's actually named after a man, and his name was, I can't remember his first name.
But his name was Pythagoras, right?
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras
Pythagoras was his last name. And I think we have an activity.
That's got something to do with Pythagoras.
Yes, it has something to do with Pythagoras.
We do. Oh, we need to find that activity.
We need to find it, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, Pythagorean theorem on a coordinate grid. Here we go.
Okay, we will solve problems with right triangles by using the Pythagorean theorem.
There we go.
Again, we're doing right triangles. Get used to them.
Yeah, and Pythagorean theorem only works on right triangles. It doesn't work on anything else. Unless it's a rectangle, because rectangle has two right triangles. Just FYI.
Should we give him the Pythagorean theorem now?
Sure.
The actual formula. So the formula for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's just the whole thing. You just need to memorize it, or it's on your star chart, but it's easy to memorize. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Okay, and if you remember, the side length of a triangle squared plus the other side length of the leg squared equals to the hypotenuse side squared.
So A and B are legs, and C
is the hypotenuse.
Is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. I don't think I spelled that right.
You did it, but it's okay.
Okay, hypotenuse. You'll learn how to spell it one day, maybe. A and B are your legs, C is your hypotenuse. So let's look at an example.
Did you say hypotenuse?
No, but I have a shirt that says hypotenuse.
I was waiting for it.
You guys will see it. It's great. It's a moose walking down the hypotenuse. There's what is it? A hippopotamus or hippopotamus?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I've seen that one where there's a hippopotamus walking down your hypotenuse. Oh, love it. We need matching shirts, Miss Green.
Oh gosh.
So we've got, this one's 2 centimeters, this one's 6 centimeters. Hey, you remember to put in I always forget. Way to go, Miss Green.
I'm very proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too. So we're doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Now remember, this is either A or B. They're interchangeable, A and B, and this is going to be your C. Oh, but it has an X. X is just the measurement.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't freak out about that.
So we've got 2 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared.
Is it okay if I do 6 squared plus 2 squared?
Absolutely. It's one of our properties.
Yes.
Is it commutative property of addition?
So I'm just going to kind of put this in here so that you know it's either or. Everyone has their own preference, but it really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. So 2 squared is 4. 6 squared is
36.
Equals x squared.
Okay.
So we've got 4 plus 36, which is
40.
40 equals x squared. But remember, again, we want a single x. So we're going to take the square root of x squared.
Because that cancels the square root and the squared symbol, which leaves you just x on this side.
So x equals?
Square root of 40 is 6.3.
6.3.
And I'm just rounding to the nearest tenth. So if you have a calculator and you're working on it and you're like, but Miss, it's 6.32455. Yes, I understand that.
Remember when we did irrational numbers?
Huh?
All of our non-perfect squares were irrational.
That's right.
So they're going to go on forever and ever. They don't make sense, so just round.
Right.
So 6.3 centimeters.
That was easy.
Okay, let's look at this one. Which ones are our legs?
The ones that are labeled, right?
No, because remember the legs are the ones with the little square.
The legs are the ones that make the right angle.
They make the right angle.
So it's going to be this is either
A
or B.
Or B. Doesn't matter. This could be A, this could be B.
The only one that matters is your C.
Yes, C.
You have to put your C with your hypotenuse. And somebody once told me a long time ago, your right angle points at your hypotenuse.
It does. It points at it. That's what we kind of mentioned the other day too. It's always across from it. So it points at it. It's across from it. Just that's the important part. So we're doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I know 9 squared plus x squared equals 15 squared.
Right.
Okay. So 9 squared is
81.
81 plus x squared equals 15 squared is
225?
I was going to say 225.
And then I checked myself and I was right.
225. So minus 81, minus 81, 225 minus 81 is
144.
144.
I didn't even plan it.
Oh, we did not plan it. Square root of here, square root. It comes out nicely. X equals 12.
Let me just remind you that square root symbol with the squared, it cancels it out.
Yes.
Okay, and if you're like, but what? I don't understand. Just remember, had she not done that, if you look at just x squared, if you don't mind me real quick, x squared is the same thing as x times x. So basically, I'm asking you, what times what equals to 12?
Or equals to 144.
I'm sorry, equals to 144. So x equals to 12.
So 12 times 12 is 144.
There you go. Okay.
Perfect. Uh-oh. We don't...
Why?
We didn't...
What? There's no numbers on here.
But... 1, 2, 3.
You're so smart. Here, I'll go ahead. Can you do it up there, or do you want
I
space
can do it
down
up
here?
there.
Okay.
I think I'm good. So that means this side length is 3.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3.
Oh, but this is easy then, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Look,
No,
1, 2, 3.
Because that's not. We don't know how much of the square it is.
That's right, because the diagonal is not the same as the side length.
So
Dang it.
can we use the Pythagorean theorem?
I think we can.
So I could do 3 squared plus 3 squared equals x
But
squared.
how did you know that these were the legs?
Because that's where the right angle is.
Oh, that's right.
And that's the hypotenuse.
Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. Oh, look, it makes a Y. A hypotenuse.
Ha.
Do you see my Y? Do you see my Y?
I do.
I see it. Okay, anyway. Here we go.
So we've got 9 plus 9 equals x squared.
Okay.
So 18 equals x squared, square root, because the x squared and the square root cancel out. My length is
4.2.
4.2.
Which makes sense, because 4 times 4 is 16. So a little bit over 4 will give us
Yeah.
16. That makes sense.
Definitely. We've done
It's
that where
reasonable.
we've had to look at our...
Without a calculator. I remember we forced them to do it
we
without a
forced them to.
calculator.
They hated that.
Okay.
So, next one. This length here, my leg length is...
2, and we're counting the units. We're not counting the dots. We're counting from here to here is 1, from here to here it's 2.
Yes.
And now we're going to do the same thing down here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8.
Okay.
So we've got 2 and 8. So we've got 2 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. 2 squared is 4. 8 squared is 64 equals x squared. That'd be 68 equals x squared. Take the square root. Square root. The square root of 68 is?
8.2.
8.2. And that 68 is between 8
And we
and 9, closer to 8.
Right.
So, makes sense.
And we didn't have units on here, so you could, if it bothers you, you could put units.
Yeah.
That's fine. Unit squared would have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moving on.
What?
I need you to tell me what the diagonal is of
The
this
diagonal.
rectangle.
So does that mean I'm looking for...
Yeah, look at that. It creates
Two right
Look
angles.
at that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm given 2 legs and I just have to find the hypotenuse.
Yeah, it's
Same
just trying
thing.
to trick you.
Oh, man, why are you trying to trick me? So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
My right angle is pointing here, so this is going to be my x.
So we've got
Or my
5
c.
squared plus 11 squared equals a c squared. 5 squared is 25. 11 squared throws all of you off because it's
121.
121. And c squared we don't know. 121 plus 25 is?
146.
146 equals c squared. Take the square root. Take the square root.
146 is really close to 144, so I bet you it's going to be a little over 12.
It's just over 12.
It is. It's 12.1 actually.
12.1.
Yeah,
Look at that. That was easy.
it was.
I think we're out of here.
I think we're done. Peace
This
out.
is easy, guys.